Welcome everyone to another episode of Jumping in the Pot. I am Marcia, your host. Now today we are going to make a homemade chili, Marcia's classic chili. This is how Marcia makes it. So I'm making a turkey chili. Now this is what I'm going to use. I have the ground turkey in the pot already in a cast iron Dutch oven. Now this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn the stove on. I'm turning it on to medium high. Okay, I have the stove on. Now I'm going to put 3 tablespoons of olive oil into the pot. Chili is something very delicious and very simple to make. So I have it in the pot, and we're going to get a spoon and let it brown. I think I need to turn it up just a little more so it can brown. See, I'm cutting up the ground turkey, see, into the pot. We're going to let this brown, okay? We're going to come back to that. Let's cover it. Okay. Now the next step, what the seasoning for the chili, this is what I'm using. I got 2 tablespoons of chili powder, a tablespoon of onion powder, a teaspoon of ground cumin. This is the flavoring for the chili, what I'm making. Okay. A teaspoon of garlic powder, a tablespoon of paprika, and we're going to put some pink Himalayan sea salt in it. I would use 1/8 teaspoon, but since I'm not that much into salt, I'm just going to put a little bit, a few grinds over the ground turkey. Okay. Now the next step is, this is the chili mixture here, my own chili powder mixture that I made, that I have here. This is the dice. We're using 3 cloves of diced up garlic right here. We're having cilantro, about 2 tablespoons of cilantro. I'm going to chop up, this is Serrano pepper here, Serrano pepper. I'm going to use about half of this and put it into the chili. This is my crushed tomatoes. I have 1.5 cups of crushed tomato. I'm going to put black beans in it. I already opened the can, rinsed the black beans. I'm also going to put red kidney beans. I open it. It's a 14-ounce can, and I rinse the can. And this is pinto beans, a 14-ounce can of pinto beans. I also rinse that and put it there. Have it in this. Now, this is what I put in my chili. Green bell pepper, a half a green bell pepper, a half a red bell pepper, a small onion I diced up, and I have it here to go in the chili when it's ready. And I'm also going to use a tablespoon, sorry about that, a tablespoon of tomato paste. Now, this is what we're going to do. And also, I have green scallions here that I'm going to put in chili also. Let's dice that up. That's the diced up garlic. Now I'm going to cut up the green onions, or what some people call them, scallions. Here's the for the chili. And this is culantro. I'm going to put that in my chili also. See, it's a leaf that sells in the produce area in the supermarket. This is culantro. It's a seasoning that you can put in different dishes, stews, chicken soup, tacos. There. I cut that up. Now let's check my ground of turkey. It's cooking. Let's let it fry up. Well, let's take a look now at the ground turkey, how it's fried up. See? Now, we're going to add the garlic. Going to add the crushed garlic. Okay. Next thing, we're going to add a tablespoon of tomato paste. Mix that in. Let it mix together with the garlic. That garlic smells delicious as it sauteed in the pot. I used to love chili as a child. This is one of my favorite dishes that I make. Now, the next thing we add, the scallions or green onion, whatever you choose to call it, the onion diced up, the red pepper, green bell pepper. Now we add that to the pot. We mix this up. Let it cook together. See? We'll mix that up. Okay, the next thing we put in is the cilantro. We put in also the parsley. Now we're going to cut up this Serrano pepper. If you like it really hot, you can use the whole one, the whole pepper. I only use in half. See, I only used half. See? Okay, now we mix this up. See? 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 Cover it up for about 30 seconds. Then we'll come back to it. Oh yes, another thing we're going to use. A cup of beef broth. I didn't find a low sodium one, no sodium one. I found a 50% less sodium in this brand. So I have this one we're going to use also. Okay, the next thing, as that cooked for the 30 seconds, then I'll be right back with the next step. Okay, there. For 30 seconds, you see? Everything done steamed down together. Now, the next thing we do is we put in the 1.5 cup of crushed tomatoes. Stir that up. Before we put in the beans, we gotta simmer it, okay? Now we're going to add the cup of water. We're going to simmer it for at least a half an hour. About a cup of the beef broth. Let's taste it, because you always taste your food. Let's taste it to see if everything, if it has the correct amount of seasoning, of sodium. Now we're going to put the chili powder mixture that I made. Okay. Let's try it now. Let me rinse my spoon that I used before. Okay. Okay, very good. We're going to cover it up. Let me put it on the back burner. Now this burner is going to simmer on the back for about a half an hour. Well, I'm back. It's been cooking now for a half an hour, simmering in the back. Let's check it out, how it's coming along. There it is. It was nice and simmering. Now, I'm going to add the beans to the chili. The kidney beans, the black beans, and the pinto beans. I'm going to add all of that to the chili. And now the black beans. Okay. Let's stir it up, then we cover it up. See? And I'm also going to make in my cast iron frying pan, I'm going to make cornbread to go with this. Some people eat rice with it. Some people eat crackers with it. But I'm making cornbread, homemade cornbread, to go with it. Stirring this up. Now we're going to let this simmer for an hour. Okay. Let's taste the seasoning to see if it's seasoned right. Delicious. Now you don't have to make ground turkey chili. You can make ground chicken chili, and you can make ground beef chili. We're going to let this simmer here for an hour on low. Okay, now I've melted 2 tablespoons of butter in the cast iron skillet to make the cornbread with. Now I have over here, I've mixed a cup of flour, all-purpose flour, a cup of yellow cornmeal, a teaspoon of baking powder, a half a teaspoon of salt, and I have a cup of sugar. I'm going to sift all of this together. Let me do this in the sink so I wouldn't make a mess. Sifting all of the dry ingredients together. There. See? I sifted all the dry ingredients together. Now, the next step is I'm going to preheat the oven. I'm going to preheat the oven at 325 degrees. We're going to bake the cornbread for about 20 to 25 minutes. Now, we're going to mix the cornbread. Let me get a spatula and a whisk. Have the spatula and the whisk. Okay, we're going to make a well in the dry ingredients. We're going to pour in 1/2 cup of melted butter. 2 eggs. Whisking it up a bit. 2 eggs. Okay. The next thing, we're going to put a cup of milk. We're mixing this up together. See, cornbread. Let's preheat the cast iron. Skillet. Let's pour the rest of the milk into the cornbread mix. 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of yellow cornmeal, 1/2 cup of sugar, a teaspoon of baking powder, 1/8 teaspoon of salt, a cup of milk, and 2 eggs, and 1/2 cup of butter. There you go. Heating up the cast iron skillet. You mix it all together. See? We're going to pour this mixture, the cornbread mixture, into the cast iron skillet. There it goes. See? we're going to put it in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes to cook. That is the next step. Now that the chili has been cooking for the 1 hour, let's check it out. Let's see if it's ready. And the cornbread is in the oven. See, look at the chili. And take the cover off. Look at the chili. Oh, that's the oven alarm letting me know that the cornbread is ready. The cornbread is ready. We're going to take it out of the oven. Okay, the chili is ready also. Doesn't it look good? Okay, let's cover it up. Then we'll turn off the oven and the stove. Let's rinse the spoon. Okay. Now, let me take the cornbread out of the oven. This is the cornbread, the skillet cornbread. Looks good. Turn off the skillet. Turn off the Dutch oven that has the chili in it. And the next step is, you see, I eat my chili with lime wedges, or squeeze a lime on the top, and parsley on the top. Now, the first thing we got to do is try the chili. Let me remove the lime wedges and just leave one for me and my chili. Because I want to put the pot of chili off the stove. There it is. Let's open it. Here it is. Let's serve a little bit of the chili. See? The chili came out excellent from the look of it. Let's try some. This is how I eat mine. Some people eat it with avocado, sour cream, grated cheddar cheese, or eat Monterey Jack. This is how I do my chili. This is how I eat my chili. Now, let's see how the cornbread came out. See, look, the chili. Let's cut it and see how it came out. just cut a piece of the cornbread. This is my cornbread. Oh, see? Looks good. Now, let's taste. Let's get a spoon to eat the chili with, and we'll try it out. See the cornbread? Mix a little with my chili, and let's try it. Good. Delicious. See? Nice rise to it. Look at the chili. You see? With my cornbread and my chili. If you like what you saw today, please subscribe, like, and share. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.